I'm Carine Pretorius and I'm playing Chardas by Martin.
In this category, we heard two quite different pieces. The first was really a study, and one also has to be quite sure what the study is actually testing. And in this piece, with its compound duple time signature, there are rhythms which sound natural in that time signature, and there are others which we call counterintuitive. In other words, they sort of, if you don't give longer notes their proper length and shorter notes their proper place, it can throw the sense of the beat out a little bit. I'm talking specifically about bars 12 and 13. Sorry, I think about 13 and 14. There's the rhythm sort of, it goes against what you expect from a 6/8 rhythm. So I didn't create this, didn't say this, didn't make this up. It comes from Leopold Mozart, the great violin teacher and, of course, father of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And I stick by this because it is a fantastic tip if you think about it. He says, when you are playing complicated rhythms or mixed rhythms, make sure that you play the longer notes longer and the shorter notes shorter. Now, you can't just take that at face value. You've got to try and see how that applies in the passage where such rhythms occur. But it really, really does help. Try and think about that when you look at those passages again, so that you really get the sense that you are in control of the beat. It's an extremely difficult piece because it jumps around from different registers, high to low, and you have to have excellent control for that. And I think that's what it's testing, apart from the rhythmical and metrical challenges. But on the whole, I thought, I mean, you carried it off very, very well. It was generally very convincing. Just needs to be cleaner in places. So for that, I gave honors. And then the Chardas, pardon me. This piece turns up in so many different forms, and it translates so well into on many different instruments. And there's no reason why it can't be played, successfully on the Descant recorder. And indeed, I think you carried it off very well with a good sense of drama. But I want to just question a few things. If it has such a strong gypsy influence, maybe you could allow yourself to use a little bit more vibrato, especially on some of the long notes. And there is a place where there's a glissando written or implied from, I think, from an A2 down to an E2. Try and work that out. I think you could actually get that. It's tricky, but the effect would be absolutely amazing. Because if you listen to this, I think it's originally a violin piece. I mean, they pull out every single trick that they possibly can. Apart from sort of playing the violin on top of the head with the bow behind the back. I mean, every possible trick gypsy players will do. Do yourself a favor and go and listen to some gypsy violinists. They are incredible. They have the most audacious gestures in their music, and everything is utterly convincing because they believe 150% in what they are doing. And I think that's why gypsy music is so sort of infectious. So you are more than halfway there with your sense of drama in the piece, but I think you need to absorb a little bit more what gypsy players do. And I mean, it's imbued with what we would call a whole lot of schmaltz as well. It's there, and it needs to be heard. So don't be sort of too pure about it. Lastly, some of your ornaments where a semiquaver passage commences with a little mordant. Are you aware that you're doing quite a few of them before the beat and quite a lot of them on the beat. It's not a criticism because both of them can work, but I just want to know if you are aware of that, because it's very easy to do them before the beat, and they are very successful if they're done that way. But on the beat is quite a different effect. So just be absolutely certain that you're always in control of that. Yeah, that's, but overall a very successful performance. Thank you very much. But as I say, I just want that little bit more, more of the gypsy blood in it. So I gave honors for that, but it's a very, very good honors. Thank you very much.